Okay, I have great news because what's happening is that I've finally been able to achieve really efficient playback of samples that is on the hard drive. So there's like a service, sub-service in the playhead now that will buffer these WAV files and mount them when you play them and unmount them when you stop playing them, so you can edit them in another editor like any WAV file editor. And doing so, if you make an edit to them, then will be updated to the, or actually the playhead will notice that there is a change and it will load it again. So that's really exciting. So I made a video a couple of months ago in how to record audio in Caustic. And Caustic had that limitation, and many other have too, of having the audio into the memory, but not saved to disk. So I haven't written that yet, but actually compared to what's written already now, that will be a really easy task. Because buffering playback files is actually more complicated because you want to retrigger them anytime. And as I said, you might want to update them in an external editor, so you need to mount them and unmount them and etc. But this is working now, so I'm going to show you just how that works. Here we have the playhead source file, and I think I can just swap to this. And if I now press, I'm showing you the synth cassette, so cassette. And if I play a file here, you can see it says mounting and unmounting, and if I play it really short, okay, it's so quick. But if I play it really fast, it will only use the buffers in the memory and will not bother to mount it. So there's 3 threads at least running here. It's the audio thread that never wants to touch anything slow as a hard drive. I'm thinking of making like a benchmark test on this, trying to have an efficient playback of several samples on a Raspberry Pi with their notoriously slow SD cards. So if that works, we're good, right? So here we have one. So of course you can play different samples at the same time, and they are on the hard drive. The buffers is in the RAM is just there for the audio thread not having to wait. Okay, and we can of course use the MIDI controls or later the front end to like set the volume or choose for the other. And the way this, it's all coming together now, the way synths are written and how you can use parameters to control everything. Actually, I'm super happy about this working. So, and of course, I can also have the at the same time I can have drums. So let's start the sample. I bring up MIDI keyboard just like that, and I think we can reach. And at the same time, I can take my. Yeah, and I had some delays on the third track, and of course you can have that too. If I do rack and effect 1, and we say chorus. Rack 1 is where the cassette synth is. And we can, yeah, you heard all these rack things always with the synth. So you have the audio in. Let's try to get the audio in too here, right? So server stream with input. Okay, mind your ears. Like that. Bam, 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 bam. And I should have some. And we should, of course, be able to control the input of the mic, just as we are able to control the inputs of the samples. But there you have it, you see, right? We can do real-time audio in, we can soon record that to WAV files, and what's working already is these three threads collaborating over a strange bunch of classes that just performs this magic. So I have to say that I've been crying sometimes over, because this has been quite complicated. But someone sent 3 cups of coffee just in the right moment. So thank you, special thank you for that. Very appreciated. Just keep on going. And what's next is that the audio recording, will that will go into the WAV files, so you can play with them. And then of course we want the front end, so maybe I just take a couple of weeks off with the C++ thing now, because this has been quite intense. But this is all working. I can show you here. I can show you more. Let's look at the assets folder where we have the I can go from another view here. You can see assets projects. So this is like a demo project, just as in Caustic you have a demo. So these aren't for the user, but here we can see the samples that I'm booting up or loading, flute and some funny noises I'd made in Caustic, just so I don't get into problems. And here you can see the project JSON. So as I said, it's all open formats. What's happening here? So you can see that it loads the cassette synth, and it loads some synths, right? Yeah, that's it. And you can see here on the second synth there is the cassette again. We don't deal much with that, but you have the beatnik with the delay. And on the 4th synth we have the monolith, so we can go to see if we have that online. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? So it's just the front end missing now, right? And then we can have like a pre-release, and that will be fun. Hang on. Okay, this may be corny, but based on how many hours I've spent with this threading stuff and sequence diagrams and everything, you don't want to know. Cheers to you all. Click subscribe and spread the word. Cheers.